Okay, thank you for checking out Regarding Work series here. Mike McLean, founder here, and we're going to talk about keeping your employee data up to date here in the HR system. We're going to, of course, use our software, but whether you use our software or another, this should be an important, helpful video for you. So, what are we trying to do here? First of all, the HR manager is the one that updates the database, not the staff. That's how the system is set up, and that's how we also recommend you do it in your company. Of course, you know, we can have them see their data and give us suggestions, but we are, as the HR admin or the owner or the business owner, the executive, the basically the person moderating the company's system, they're the ones that will be updating it. So that's just first thing to note. Of course, the staff or team member can apply to the HR department to update it. The first one I like to say is birthday. I don't know. I try to keep track of people's birthdays. I think it's important in your company, maybe in your Slack channel or different groups, or Skype, or whatever chats you use. You should recognize your team members' birthdays and keeping it up to date. And of course, in our system here, when they log into the dashboard, everybody will be able to see upcoming birthdays. Um, there's none in March, but in April's mine. So we can also, you know, see. We'll get to payroll later, but this is the staff view. This is an employee view, and they'll be able to see um, upcoming dates and holidays and other things. So I first of all would say having the birthdays up to date there as soon as this join. It's a pretty simple thing to do. You just go into the employees list and as the HR manager and view or edit their details and then update it here. Let's go back to the post. The job role and department, I suggest people can move around in a company. I think people might get bored or basically plateau in their career at a certain level. So hopefully you can promote and grow from within so they could jump in and become a manager or a different role, or maybe they can go into technical work. I've moved people around in various businesses I've worked with. So you can do that here by having the department and then designation once they're changed. If they change to a different department, you can set that all at the departments section. Okay. So yeah, I mean, basically, you might have the right person, but might be in the wrong seat. You know, they might be a good worker, they might not be performing. Maybe it's just because you don't have them doing the right thing. Um, of course, then keeping an up-to-date salary and compensation. You should be talking to them about their base. Let's say, move me here. Hourly is if they're paid by hour, or maybe they have an overtime or something. But we'll just keep it simple today at the basic. So I'll update that there, and making sure that that's up to date as they change in their departments, and that is clear between everybody in the company, between maybe the investors, the partners, the HR department, the finance and accounting department, and of course the staff. So there's no surprises and no upset people later. And of course, another one is bank details. One of the values we think in the system is having the bank details stored with the HR so that the company and the staff can make sure that their up to date bank info is there. Before we had this system, I have to admit a little mistake I made. I sent it to an old bank account because the HR manager, Mindy, updated the bank on this Google spreadsheet we used, thinking that I would check it each time I was the one making the payments, and then the staff got it to their old bank. Luckily, their account wasn't closed yet, but they were in the process of switching to another bank. So this saved. Luckily, it didn't cause huge problem, but this system will prevent that because then it'll be updated here and it'll be much more transparent. That's really what we're trying to do is create transparency here. So you can read that. And then the last is a photo. I think it's important to have an up-to-date photo. Actually, this is a pretty old picture of me. I'm a little bit rounder there. But yeah, I think when you start the new worker, maybe we believe you're working online, but if you're also in an office, maybe take a quick picture of them or ask them to send you a square photo. I suggest at least 500 by 500 pixels so it's nice and clear. and it makes it more real, so you can see the list and the pictures. We try to keep pictures throughout the system, and you'll be able to see their photos here. It looks kind of nice. You can see scroll through the pages or have multiple. Hopefully you're growing your team and keeping everybody clear. So that's a quick one. And then basically clear, transparent data. Transparency in a business is the healthy, trendy, cool thing to do, but I think it's the right thing to do. Everybody knows what's happening and the business. So that's why we have this system regarding work, HR management. It's a way to keep everything clear and make sure that the employee knows the same information that the company knows, and there's no misunderstanding between HR, management, finance, the employee. So definitely get started for free. Try it out. It's very reasonable, and we hope this will help you long term managing your department. I believe HR is extremely important for a business. It's the culture, it's the trust, the transparency. So definitely take this stuff serious. Keep your employee database up to date no matter what system you use, and I wish you the best in your business. Thank you.